Hey everyone, it's Michael. I don't know where my mailman is today. I don't know if he's come already and we just didn't get any mail today. I don't know. I suspect that that's probably not the case. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and get the video done today. If I have anything that comes later in the day, then I'll put it in next week's video. This week we have a relatively decent-sized haul. A couple of things I'm a little irritated over, and we'll talk about that. We already talked about it a little bit last week, but I'll remind you of what happened this week in case you're wondering when we get to those certain items. But yeah, there was some cool stuff that came this week, some really cool stuff as a matter of fact. The first book that I got this week is Give Yourself Goosebumps #1, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. Of course, they're doing the old holographic covers that are so cool looking. I love these. I really, really dig them. I did not realize that this would probably be a summertime book because it's Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. A carnival. I'm assuming it's a summertime type thing. And of course, I have the second book called Escape or Return to Carnival of Horrors, whatever it was. I'm going to try to get these done before the end of July, read and reviewed and stuff. So, I don't know. It may happen, it may not. Again, God willing. The next book is a book that I already have that came last week, and I'm very irritated because as much as I love certain companies that I always buy all my books from on, there's something in my eye, sorry. As much as I love certain companies that I always go for on Amazon to get my books from, there is one particular company that just has an automated service, and it just proves my point of how awful automated systems are, whether it be calling Big Lots or calling Walmart or calling any of these places. They're doing their best to make it where you physically cannot get in touch with any human being at all. You have to always talk to a computer, you always have to know your item number and everything else. Amazon on its app, I don't know about on the actual website, but on the app on my phone, on my iPhone 6S, it has changed. And now, instead of, if I just decide that I don't want a certain item, I used to be able to just delete the item if it hadn't shipped yet. If it had shipped, then it might be a little bit more of a complicated return process. But if it hadn't been shipped yet, if I just ordered it and I wanted to cancel that item, then I could cancel it. Now it's changed where I have to ask the seller for permission. And a lot of the time, especially with this particular company, I won't tell who it is because I don't want to, make them mad or get sued or anything like that. But this particular company has an automated system that no matter how many times you respond to them, telling them to cancel the order, even though you canceled it on your end and you sent the request and everything, they will not cancel it. They'll just keep sending you the same thing over and over again, the same email saying like, oh, it's on your end, you need to cancel it. It won't let you do that. And again, the company hasn't updated that. I don't know if they've updated it by now or not, but they didn't when this happened. So last week I bought Goosebumps Presents the TV books. I bought, I think, 17 of them out of the 18, something like that. I got the biggest majority of them. And one of those books was the 5th book, Goosebumps Presents TV book episode #5, Not a Living Dummy 2. So I already have this. Yeah, and it's kind of annoying how I already have this, and now I have another copy that just has to sit on the bookshelf for whatever reason. I don't know, it was dumb. This isn't as good of a quality copy, maintaining-wise, compared to the one I got last week, in my opinion. It's kind of beat up, it has some rough edges and stuff, but I guess I'll keep it. I don't know, it's real thin, The TV books are what they are. I wish I could find Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. It's the last one I need for that collection. That's probably the last super expensive book that I can think of off the top of my head, or at least that I know of in existence, that I don't have in my collection yet. So I'm looking out for that, and literally every single person I have talked to doesn't have a copy of that book. How that book and that episode could be so popular, and yet the TV book version of it does not exist, basically. There's one copy on Amazon, and it's $900, and I ain't paying that. Anyway, I'm so close to finishing my TV book collection. Book number 12 came in this week. That's Attack of the Mutant, which is another really good episode. I can't wait to read this and see how close it is to the episode. These are supposed to be like novelizations of the episodes, in case you don't happen to know that. Yeah, Attack of the Mutant. It's in pretty great shape, too. I was really impressed with that. The next book is another TV book that I already have because, again, I ordered this and I ordered Not a Living Dummy 2 before I saw the big lot set that had like 17 books in it. So I have these copies because the particular company I was mentioning would not cancel the book orders because of the stupid automated system. They probably weren't even notified because of how stupid the automated system is. I hate automated systems. You want to piss me off? Put in an automated system on your company. You just guarantee you'll lose my business instantly almost. except for when it comes to Goosebumps books. But anyway, TV book number 13, Ghost Beach. I already have it. I've already talked about it. I haven't read it and reviewed it, I mean, but I've talked about it in my past video from either last week or the week before. This book is a great situation, too. I was very irritated over this. I got a copy of a book that I already own, and it's not what I ordered for the particular person that I ordered it from. It wasn't the company I was just mentioning from either. This was on eBay. I bought a book that was very hard to get my hands on, an old copy, because the new reissue cover looks terrible for the particular book that I wanted to get. And of course, the particular person sent me an envelope that had a book in it, and I opened it. It's a completely different book. It's not even the book I ordered. And I told him, and he said that he was super sorry about that. He's sending the real one for free. So basically now I have another copy of Legend of the Lost Legend. This is my third copy of this book. And again, at least he was nice. At least he sent me a free book and didn't tell me like to send this back. He told me to go ahead and keep this. I appreciate it, but honest to God, man, you know, I don't know about some of these people that I buy books from sometimes. Not this guy in general, but just some people. I don't know. Sometimes they're very sketchy. Like the one company who tried to scam me out of $25 for, it came from New Jersey, My Life as an Artist by Tim Jacobus, which is one of the Goosebumps books I want to talk about. But this is in such a beat-up, horrible condition. It's got like blue marker and stuff on it. It's really not good. I was very irritated about that. And I think the copy of the book that I was buying and was supposed to get, it was pretty beat up too. So whoever this guy's buying books from, or if he owned them or whatever, he did not take good care of these things. He or she. This book here I am excited about. But once again, it wasn't advertised being like this, and the person took forever to send it. It took like a week to finally get this sent out to me. And it didn't look like this in the actual description or in the pictures or anything that I got. This is Give Yourself Goosebumps, Power Play Special Edition number 5, The Curse of the Cave Creatures, which is one of the more hard books to find now. Not one of like the top 5 most expensive to find, but I found one for like $30-something. And like the front 2 pages are falling out of this. They're like torn and falling out. I had to email the person to remind them that they hadn't shipped the book yet and that I had paid for it like the day of, that it was mine, you know. There's something else going on with this book. I don't know if it was made like this or if it's just an over time that it developed like this or what, but the cover doesn't feel right. The cover feels like, I don't know if it was water damaged. I mean, the back pages have some stains on them, so I assume maybe it is water damaging on the bottom and even the top of the book. It just feels weird. It doesn't feel like any other Give Yourself Goosebumps cover that I've ever felt in my life. The actual, whatever this is, paper or whatever for the outside, the cardboard, for the actual cover, front, back, and spine, have this really weird kind of texture that I don't know how to explain. It almost feels like plastic, you know? Like, I don't know. It wasn't modified, supposedly. I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. I mean, I'm glad at least the inside of the book, the interior is in content, or it's intact as far as I can tell. I don't know if the whole book is here, though. Supposedly it is, but like I said, there's a couple of pages falling out in the front, so it may or may not be for all I know. It's kind of a really trippy situation that I don't know how I feel about. Again, maybe at some point in the future, if I can find a copy that's in better condition, maybe I'll buy it, but at the same time, I kind of want to read this first, just to see if I'm going to like this, and if it's worth buying a new copy of. I don't know. Now this book here I'm super excited about. I did not know this even existed. I really didn't know anything about it until like last week. It is, how should I introduce this? I'm just going to call it Goosebumps Tripleheader Book 1. This is supposed to be like a holographic thing. These are supposed to look like this. This isn't damaged or anything. There's like faces here, like a big old goblin monster thing with 3 heads. This is 3 stories in one book, and it's about, I think 140 pages long, something like that. Yeah, about 140. It's a lengthier Goosebumps book. It's a little bit thicker than a lot of Goosebumps books. There was only 2 of these. Apparently at some point we were supposed to get a 3rd one around the time the Goosebumps Gold was supposed to exist, but we didn't get that, and it is what it is. Tripleheader, I did not know. I thought it would just be like 3 stories, like Not a Living Dummy 1, 2, and 3 put in one book. And that didn't make any sense to me because of things like the Monster Edition books that came out years and years and years ago. Tripleheader is not that. If you're curious about what Tripleheader is, like I said, it's like 3 short novels for Goosebumps put into one book. And I think it's kind of cool. The next book that I got is actually book 2 of Tripleheader with a better cover in my opinion. I love this yellow. It's really nice. I love the yellow and black. You don't see a whole lot of that in Goosebumps covers. Again, about the same length. This book looks a little bit more aged, but again, that's fine. These books are old. I can take that. Let's see. I have a couple more items, but this is the last book that I have to show you. The next two items are actually something a little bit different that I want to show you that I'm really excited about. My grandfather and my mom went to the beach this past week, so I was pretty much home alone all week, and it was a weird week. That's why I made so many videos. I had so much free time, and I changed a shift on my job, and you know, I have all this free time now and stuff where I'm up late at night and everything, reading and watching movies and stuff. That's why I had so much content out this past week. But anyway, they bought me a souvenir, and I just wanted them to buy whatever Goosebumps book they could possibly find at like a used bookstore. Of course, there were no used bookstores out there either at the beach. Just doesn't even surprise me the way Virginia is. But anyway, they bought me a copy of a book that I do not have. I have copies of this particular book, but I don't have this reissue that was released in the last few years. This is Goosebumps Monster Blood. I really like this reissue cover. I dig it. It's pretty cool looking. I love the purple and the green mixed together. It reminds me so much of how Goosebumps color scheme used to be. But look at that, man. They put a sticker on the book, on the front cover. You know, there's things like when I buy books from like thrift books and they put a sticker like on the bottom of the spine or something. I can take that for the most part. It still ruins it, but I can take that for category purposes with their company. But a 10% off PUB retail, whatever that means, why would you put that on the cover? Like, it's like GameStop. Why would you put stickers on books and your video game cases and all that? Why would you do that? And then try to charge like full price for something? You're crazy. Anyway, that's the end of the books for this week. The DVD I got, and of course you guys probably already know about this, I did a review on the first 2 episodes out of the 4 episodes that are on this actual DVD. It is Goosebumps Monster Blood. Yeah, I watched and I reviewed Monster Blood 1, and then the sequel episode that premiered the same day that episode premiered, called More Monster Blood, and it's not based on a book either. Only the first episode is. The second episode, More Monster Blood, is not. It also has How to Kill a Monster and The Girl Who Cried Monster on it. So that's a lot of monster stuff in this particular DVD. I never owned this. Again, I had a great time once again watching the 2 episodes of Monster Blood and More Monster Blood. They're really fun. They're really well done, in my opinion. They're made by Timothy Bond, the guy who did Night of the Living Dummy 3's episode, or 2-parter, whatever you want to call that. The next thing that I got in the mail, though, is something I'm very, very excited about. It is a VHS tape of a Goosebumps episode 2-parter, and this is one of possibly, either this or Night of the Living Dummy 3 are the first things that I ever saw from Goosebumps and what got me into Goosebumps all those years ago when I was very young, like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, somewhere in there. Anyway, The Haunted Mask on VHS. Now, I have not tested this yet to see if it works, but I looked at the tape. The tape looks fantastic. The outside box looks fantastic. It's kept up so well. You know, it isn't destroyed or anything. Again, that purple and green color scheme looks so great. I love this episode. It's one of the best Goosebumps episodes ever. One of the best Halloween specials ever. This is up there for me when it comes to Halloween time and what I like to watch at Halloween. There's the original Halloween movie with Michael Myers and all that from John Carpenter. There's Haunted Mask, and then there's something like Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween that I love and adore. That old cartoon is so great. But that particular episode of that old cartoon is amazing too. But the Haunted Mask 1 and 2 are always a Halloween type thing for me. Some years I forget. I don't watch them as religiously as I do some other things. But they're great for Halloween time. I've always wanted to own the VHS. I thought this would be a lot more expensive than it was. It was only $20 to get this when I got it. So that was pretty cool. Great show, great episode, great performance, especially from the main girl who plays Carly Beth, our main protagonist. Yeah, it's so weird buying VHS tapes again, you know, when you find them and you want to get them. I would like to collect all of the DVD and VHS releases of Goosebumps, just to have them. Just, you know, I know a lot of reissues have been done for the DVDs even, where they have like, so like for example, you'll have a DVD that might have like Not a Living Dummy 2, but then you'll have another DVD that has Not a Living Dummy 2 with some other episodes that are different, you know. But I don't think to this day, I don't think all of the episodes of Goosebumps, all of the seasons and everything have been released except for like outside of the US. Here in the US, we still don't have a box set. And I don't understand why either. If it's a rights issue, that doesn't make any sense to me because like Australia and everybody else got that in the other regions. It's real weird. I don't understand it. I hate it, but I don't understand it either. Anyway, That's this week's Goosebumps book and video haul. I just want to know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about all this stuff. Thank you guys for watching. What are you excited about in this stack? Do you know anything about any of the books or anything that I got in this stack? Do you have a favorite out of all these if you've experienced any of these things? Do you buy VHS copies of Goosebumps still? I'm just curious. For people who live in the US and people who live, I think, in the UK who can't get this... who can't get a box set of the complete series either. I'm losing my voice right now. I guess I've been talking so much today. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys today. And goodbye.